I want to take a second here to talk to you about the setting tab stops and then adding leading characters. I'm in the second word lab, and you can see here that in the textbook lab activity, the file that they've given us to start with here has this table of information that's actually pretty hard to read because of the way it's aligned. The dates are aligned, but then our times get out of line. Location is also misaligned, and then the room is even worse. So there's data here, but it's not in alignment. Let's look at what we can do to fix that. So we start by selecting the text in the table, and we're going to drag that first line indent marker that we find to the 1-inch position. So first let's get that all indented. All right, now let's set up some manual tab stops so to better align this information. We're going to do that at the 2-inch, the 3-inch, and the 4.5-inch positions. All right, so with all 4 rows of my table selected, I go up to my tab selector box, so that's in that upper left corner here, and I want to make sure that I've got my left tab icon. All right, so keep clicking this until you see that left tab icon appear. That's the one that I'm looking for. And now I'm going to click on the 2-inch position and the 3-inch position and the 4.5-inch position. And you can see that as I was doing that, my information down below got aligned to those positions. So that looks good, except that for the header row, I actually want different. I want to use my center align tab stop, so go ahead and select that header row, and we're going to go back to our ruler, and we can drag these left aligned off of our ruler. And so now, instead of left align, we can go over and select our center align, and here we want to drop these, let's see, at 1 1/4, so that's about here. Let's see, and then at 2 1/4 and 3 1/2 and 5. So you can see now that instead of being left aligned, our headers are actually centered. Let's center our date by going ahead and putting our cursor in here and hitting our tab. That'll move that over. That wasn't on our tab stop. So now we can add our leading characters. So now we want to select the 3 rows in our table, and we can double click anywhere, any of these tab stops on the ruler. And for each one of these, we want it to be tab stop 2, we want it to be 3 and set. For 3, we want it to be 3 and set, and for 4.5, we want it to be 3 and set, and we hit OK. And see how it creates that visual indicator so that it makes that information a lot easier to read. So that was setting tab stops and adding leading characters. This is the second week of Word.